All right. Like I'm on here. What's up, Ohio? My name is Lloyd. This is All Profit Entertainment Podcast. And of course, this my podcast is a live show, but I wanted to jump on here on this Thursday because I see a good game tomorrow. Utah at Oregon State. I'm really liking that one. I'm really liking um, both sides if we looking at it. So man, yeah, let's just get right into it, man. So I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna try to share my screen. I'm learning still, so y'all gotta bear with me. But I promise y'all, I got great works, great ideas in the works, y'all. Great ideas in the works. Um, I'm try to see if I can just get on here with y'all real quick and just show y'all what I see and what I feel like would be some a great value for Friday. So okay, so what I'm doing here is just basically going to FanDuel. I like to use FanDuel um, when I place all my bets. Everybody, of course, everybody suggests that having multiple sports books is a good idea, but I really don't want to get into all that being, make me feel like I'm more addicted. You feel me? And adding money to separate accounts. You feel me? And that shit it adds up. So, but okay, so FanDuel, we go here to NCAA. Utah number 10, Oregon State number 9. Spread is plus 3.5. Oregon State is the favorite at minus 164. See, but the reason why I really kind of wanted to create this podcast is because a lot of us take a lot of these face value bets and don't really go into the app and really try to find value. So I wanted to go here. We click more wagers here. And once we click more wagers, it opens up all of the bets. So you'll be able to see things like this. They suggested bets. I really don't like these because they suggested bets. It tells you how many people place the bet. It just all seemed track to me. So I like to go into the alternate bets. So my bets for the Oregon State the Utah at Oregon State game is definitely an over. So I like to go to the alternate points. I like I said, I'm thinking over. You know what I mean? Because last year, Oregon State went to Utah and was beat bad. So Utah, I mean, I feel like Oregon State is the better team this year. They have a higher rank. Um, Oh, I'm sorry. No, Oregon State is actually 19. Utah is number 10. But that's they defense carried them. They had their quarterback rising last year. So a lot of these stats too typically are put together from last year. So but just to go back into it, so I like over 49.5. I typically like to bet like the odd, but of course you able to bet whatever you like. So I'm gonna bet 148 on this bet, and as long as it hit, I'll be able to get what's that? You know, 335, 350, 367, 367 off 148. I think it's a great bet, especially for a game like this. Oregon State did just lose their last game to Washington State, but that was only by 3. They're a team that's fast, they can score the ball. But Utah did just beat UCLA bad. UCLA couldn't move the ball, only was able to score 7 points. Utah scored 14 points. But this is also a good game too because of the ability to be able to hedge. You feel me? Also, because once we be able to now, let's go back one just so because a lot of people also I'm not a stat guy. A lot of people like to go off the player stats and things like that. See, but if we're gambling, we need to be going off their stats. You feel me? So what I like to do is once we go into our main tab NCAA, we click more NCAA, And then once we go here, it shows us the stats. And once you go down in our game for Friday is Utah at Oregon. So once we click the stats, we can actually see their winning streak, their money line, and their over and under record. This the stuff that the betters that the bookies pay attention to. You feel me? I don't trust the players. You feel me? All year since we've been able to bet, everybody been saying is rigged, is gambling. How this player ain't do that? How this player ain't do that? Why continue to bet? Why continue to bet on it? Why continue to build crazy parlays, 12 leg, 13, 14, parlays and all of that? But to get back to the point is that I like to go off these type of things. You feel me? I like to use what the bookies are going off of. They don't care about player stats. They don't care about the injuries. They don't care about that stuff. You feel me? What matters to them is what we most people take is the face value. So that's why they keep these stats here against the spread, against the money line, over and under. Now the point I was going to make is that Utah is 4-0 and they have played in all unders. Granted, they did play in they played in the over, but it was like a non-conference game or an unranked game that really didn't count. So that's why it's not counted on here. This team defense is tough. You feel me? They play great defense, beat Florida week 1, shut them down. They could barely do anything. And then just got that big win against UCLA. So the defensive game it's definitely very possible, and especially if we try to put everything together, if things is rigged and things like that, they last year quarterback Cameron Rising or something like that, I believe his name was, great player, injured, got a knee injury now, so it's very possible that he don't play this game. So that's why I'm going with Oregon State this game. And my parlay of this game is Oregon to actually win by a touchdown or more. You feel me? So we can go into the alternate spread, and this is my parlay of this game. Oregon State minus 6.5 and that over that I showed y'all. Think the odds came out to like 325, man. You just it's just easy money, And we go there, we remove the over 49. Look, it even went up, you know what I mean? So like I said, if I was to bet that, it'd be 378. You feel me? That'll get you almost that'll get you 1800 and some change. I honestly think this is a great bet. It's even a great bet to try to remember and then try to save for live betting. You feel me? Because it's very possible that both of these teams do get off to a slow start, but I have seen that both teams are very good in the second half. Last week Oregon State was losing. That game to Washington, I believe, like 21-38, and was able to score 14 more points in the fourth quarter to push that over even higher. So I'm definitely expecting that similar same thing this game. If Cam Rising do play, of course the over is even better. But I like the over even without Cam Rising playing. So yeah. So Utah at Oregon State, definitely, y'all. Let's lock it in, y'all. We got it. And you able to like I was saying about the live bet, which is my favorite strategy, and which more than likely probably would happen just to see what happens during that first drive, because these odds will change immediately. As a matter of fact, as soon as this game kicks off, and I never really seen games start on time from when they have it listed. You feel me? I be thinking that shit fishy too. But as soon as this game starts, everything is gonna either go up or go down. You feel me? A little bit, and then after the first drive, you can see odds start to fluctuate a little bit more. So live betting is definitely what you'll try to do. Like if you're not feeling these bets right now, which is understandable because Utah have a great defense. They don't allow a lot of points. Oregon State averages 38 points a game. I just don't see them being slowed down. That Washington State game was a good challenge for them, and I believe that they're gonna come out ready. Like I said, they got spanked last year by Utah, so I really do see Oregon State redeeming themselves, and I'm beating myself up because last week I was supposed to take the Washington State Oregon State over, uh, but I end up betting with on the Penn State game instead, and was able to get like Tajon Washington for two touchdowns. So definitely try to look at this Oregon State -6 over 47.5. It's a great two-leg parlay. You know what I mean? Like even for people who just want to just try to start winning some money, $10 to get you $47. You know what I mean? Or if you is a person who's saying that, okay, well, I can ride with the over as well, or I feel like Oregon is even better. You feel me? You can go in here and try to alternate the different picks and try to just be better that way. So I just don't like taking the face value. Another good tip I like these two touchdown parlays. So I don't like them before starting the game, but it just seems like any college player that scores in the game, he has a real good chance of scoring a second time just because of things like momentum and you know what I mean. It's just usually how it works. You feel me? When somebody is cooking, you feel me. You gotta let them keep cooking. So I just wanted to get on here, just try to give everybody a first video. I just created the YouTube and just wanted to try to create, just try to give everybody just like a quick video of what I do. So Sunday we'll be live for the Browns game. I'll be streaming the Browns game, play by play, as well as giving suggested live picks for that game. And if it's possible, I'll try to do different games as well because I believe it's like 5 or 6 games that comes on at 1 p.m. So at the same time as the Browns game, I'll try to give suggested picks as well for other games because just try to give like a quick on what I see on the NFL side. Like when we playing at 1 o'clock, I don't really like this Thursday night. I mean, of course I do, but Thursdays are be up in the air for some reason, bro. Then we got a 9 o'clock game, an early game at Jacksonville. Jacksonville should get back going. You know what I mean? This game that might be a good game, high over, but you know what I mean? Like our game, the Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland, like I said, I pay attention to this type of stuff right here. You feel me? So like the Baltimore Ravens lost their last game. We won. Of course, we may seem like the better team, but it's just like if we are being like trying to be like realistic with things and saying like if shit can be rigged, we got to be able to identify games like this and then be able to hedge those bets. It's also a great way to bet for games like this. This game started at 42.5 when it first released Saturday night. Now it's all the way down to 40.5. And that's because Baltimore Ravens just ain't got nobody that's gonna be able to keep up with the Browns. You feel me? Yeah, they got Lamar Jackson, but I ain't really feeling that, especially not against our Cleveland defense. And we at home. It's our third game. We lost our other game to Pittsburgh, which we all know was some BS, but I digress. So if we looking at this game, I wanted to go into I want to try to take this under as well. But I know people like parlay. So if we looking at the 1 o'clock game and we go to we got the Browns game as well as the Denver Broncos game. You feel me? Like both of these teams did play in overs last week though. So we got to pay attention to that because they both did play in overs. You feel me? But this Chicago Bears team has played in all over, so they're due for an under. But it's also like you got Justin Fields who should take off. So this is another good game to be able to hedge. You feel me? Like where it's just like no for certain. You know what I mean? Like just because, like, I mean, I really don't. I like those odds. They are pretty high. I mean, they worth trying for a little bit of money, $5, $10 to get you something, because I seen it. I've seen a game in the lowest total. I've seen the game in the highest total. So all these bets are possible. You know what I mean, in my eyes. So when you see the odds, don't be scared of the odds, because in my opinion, I feel like they sometimes increase the odds because they think that it may scare us, because we read odds as probability. You feel me? If the odds are so high, we may not think that that bet is possible. But I go against that, you feel me? Because I feel like these bookies and everybody else is just like us. You feel me? If this person had 2 touchdowns last week, and then they playing against a run, a easy run defense next week, you feel me? They're going to decrease their odds in saying that, you feel me, they won't be able to or they going to get 2 touchdowns for sure, and all this and all of that, and then people take the low odds thinking, because, you feel me, it's going to automatically happen because it happened last week. But I feel like sometimes those odds are adjusted off biases, you feel me, and off perception. So that's why I love to be able to navigate through the app and just be able to find good values versus taking the face value. So understanding that these two teams are not the best teams, but they both probably do be able to score points. You feel me? So like for this game right here, I would take the first over. Like if we just looking at the overs and unders, and we see that it's at, what did this game come in at? 46. You know what I mean? So we take the first over at plus 114. You know what I mean? And then we go back to the Browns game, where we feel like this game is definitely should be an under game. So then we'll take that first under. We can take the Browns first positive under. Bam. You know what I mean? We remove that one. Bam. That's a 2 leg for 345, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, it's the best way to try to build them parlays and try to win some money, y'all. You know what I mean? We could just bet 100. You know what I mean, and win 445. Remember, whatever wager you place, that is tied into your initial winnings. If you don't want to do this before the game, halftime, you feel me? But Sunday I'll be live, and we'll be able to run through all of that. So y'all will have a better feel for the live bet. It's honestly the best strategy, especially when we constantly say things like things are rigged, things like that. So why pregame bet? You know what I mean? When all of these odds typically increase during the game. So definitely take that how you feel. Let's try to win this money for Friday night. Let's remember this Utah at Oregon State. I'm pushing it over heavy. I feel like these teams should light it up, but it's also a good game to hedge, y'all. You feel me? So, and like I said, just go back in there real quick. If we looking at the alternate total points, you feel me? We got the under 37, and this was at so Cam Rising might be playing, because like yesterday this was plus 188, you know what I mean? And then the highest over, it was still 225, and I think it was like 205. You know what I mean? So I mean, this is a great hedge. Of course, my game of the week is on a college football. My game of the week has to be the Kentucky versus Florida game, y'all. Kentucky versus Florida game. I got some crazy props saved up, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all, my first touchdown score has to be this dude right here. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Uh it's a actually a couple different bets, but I want to make sure I'm able to bring out my notes for y'all on Saturday. So I'm actually gonna try to just end this first. I just wanted to create a video just to try to put one out there and just try to give y'all on my perspective on how exactly I see and what I do when I'm navigating through FanDuel. So definitely comment if you like, if you don't like, what bets you do like. for that game. Maybe even provide some the apps that y'all using, like Bet365, some of y'all popular bets, because even all this sports gambling is new to us. So as a state, you feel me? It's a great way for us to try to be able to come together and just try to win some money, and enjoy our winning football team. So it should be a fun long season. But that's all I had wanted to do for the day, just to try to get my first video out there, just try to let y'all see what I do exactly, and how I've been able to win literally over 80% of my bets placed. So, but just no parlays. I don't like parlays. I was doing them at first, but it's taking money. When you missing one, when you missing a parlay by one leg, I mean, granted, a lot of us don't put a lot of money on the parlays. You can put $10, win 45,000 and all of that. I understand all of that, but if we want to try to literally like try to win bill money, little small bill money, you feel me? Because for the week, for the month, it's definitely possible if we be able to take our time, navigate through the app, and then be able to find a value, and of course try to find some expert opinions as well. So thank y'all for watching first episode All Profit Entertainment Podcast. My name is Lloyd. Yo, this is about to be lit, y'all. Thank y'all. Let's go.